So, what is the best way that we can train legs and get our runs in? So, the simplest way that we're going to do this is to hit a two-a-day session. Now, I'll have a secondary option here for those of you who can't do that. But what I like to do for my interval and my tempo style workouts is to hit legs on that same day. So, in the morning, I'll tell you the time periods here in a second. So in the morning, you'll hit your interval session or your tempo workout. And then in the evening, you will hit your legs. Now, best recommendation is at least 6 hours between the two. So that could mean before work and after work. If absolutely necessary to somehow do them closer together, what you want to do is have at least 4 hours. So optimally, 6+ hours. Worst case scenario, 4+ hours. And then if that doesn't work, you're going to go over to option 2, because if you hit them closer than that, you're really going to be cutting into the effects of each of those. So option number 2 that we're going to look at here is going to be hitting legs of the day after your hard run or your long run. So this is more so for your hard run. I don't really like hitting legs a day after a long run. But so what you're going to do is we'll just say Monday. We'll take Monday. Monday, you're going to hit your tempo or your interval session. And then on Tuesday, you're going to hit your leg day, whatever your heaviest leg workout. So I usually have 2 leg day focused. Now, that depends if I have anything going on within CrossFit as well. But typically 2 leg focused days. So I'll put my harder of the 2 the day after that interval session. But key point here now is you now had 2 hard days in a row. So we'll just say again, we're on Monday, we hit that interval session. Tuesday, we hit that leg day. So now Wednesday has to be an easy day. So you don't want this to be a max effort upper body day. You don't want this to be another running day where you're hitting any intensities whatsoever. You need to make sure you are prioritizing recovery on day number 3. So for me, for my clients, what that usually will look like is maybe a speed focused upper day or a complete rest day if we're doing it that way. I much prefer if you can get in that double session, because now you're keeping your hard days hard. As long as you're getting in enough fuel, as long as you're getting enough time between those workouts, I really like just hitting them on the same day. And then if you need to, you can prioritize things throughout the year and kind of play around with different layouts. Now, what I will say is, big mistake to try to avoid is hitting that leg day before that hard session. So typically what I like to recommend is usually there's going to be 1 hard session, 1 easy session, and then 1 long session for your runs. So in the week, I like to not even hit a leg day before hitting that hard interval tempo, whatever you want to call it, session. That way you're not risking falling into any fatigue whatsoever before hitting that intense session, because that's really going to be your key session of the week. Then of course, if you're getting into a marathon build and you're hitting long runs with marathon pace miles, that is also a key session, but that's a whole nother topic in it of itself. That being said, so like I said, Tuesday, you can hit that Monday, or on Monday you can hit an upper body. You can hit anything you want. You can hit a heavy upper body, you can hit a speed upper body, and then Tuesday you can hit your interval session. So really just making sure that you're prioritizing what you need to prioritize. Maybe you want to focus on strength. So on day 1, you're going to hit your leg day. And then maybe on like day 3 or day 4, you hit that interval session. So you could hit leg day on day 1. You could do easy day on day 2, easy run on day 2. Day 3, you could then hit a speed lower day. So you could go heavy upper, easy run, speed lower day. So you're really focusing on moving the bar fast, and lower volume, lower intensity. Well, rather, probably higher volume, but lower intensity. And then on day 4, you can hit that interval session now. Now, yes, you're going to go into that interval session maybe with a little bit of tired legs, but it shouldn't be too bad if you prioritize that as well. But now you got your heavy squats in on the front end when you're looking. And I said that backwards. In that example I just talked about there, I said that completely wrong. You're going to hit your heavy legs on Monday. That was my bad. Heavy legs on Monday. Easy run on Tuesday. Now you can do anything you want on Wednesday. You can hit, as long as it's upper body, speed or heavy day. And then on Thursday, you can hit your interval session now. So that's how you can kind of get your legs your leg days, and then the next day you'd hit your speed lower there. So that's, I mean, there's really endless ways that we can lay this out here, and it all kind of depends what days you have to work with. But just wanted to give a quick rundown on how I like to look at that. Big key is to not run on tired legs, but you can squat on tired legs because it's working different energy systems. As long as you do a nice warm up and you eat enough food, you will be good to go. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and drop any questions that you want answered in the comments below.